Pride and Prejudice vocabulary review of chapter 3. This is the second video because chapter 3 is a longer video. First question. Who was slighted by men at the party according to Mr. Darcy? Answer: Easy was slighted by the other men, and because of that he didn't intend to dance with somebody slighted by other people. Remember, the same word was used to describe the resentment Mrs. Bennet felt in relation to Mr. Darcy because he slighted his daughter. Okay, so keep in mind, slight. I forgot to bring our Quizlet list for reference here, but keep in mind, slide is to leave aside, right? Here at CCA there is an article where people without a degree can feel slighted by the social atmosphere there, you know, because people are talking about university teams, and they wouldn't know what their colleagues are talking about, so maybe the person can feel slighted, right? Question: who is the most beautiful creature Mr. Darcy has ever beheld? So the word here is behold, the past beheld. Answer: Lizzie's sister, right? Her name is, Jesus, I forgot. Jane, right? Jane, yes, of course, Jane. All right. So according to Mr. Darcy, no, sorry, according to Mr. Bingley, she's the most beautiful creature he has ever beheld. You know, because Mr. Darcy wouldn't be as superlative. Of course, Mr. Darcy complimented Jane. That's important. Remember, Mr. Darcy said that she is the most beautiful creature in the room. If I'm not wrong, you are dancing with the only handsome girl in the room. So he was much more, let's say, less expensive as than Mr. Bingley, right? But in the end, at least it's a compliment. He said Jane was beautiful. That's already something. Question: why and in what occasion did Mr. Darcy withdraw his vision, his look? Answer: he withdrew his vision when he was looking at Elizabeth, and then he caught her eye. Remember, he was looking at her, he caught her eye, so she looked at him as well, and then he withdrew his vision. Remember, you can withdraw money from the bank, right? It's the same usage. This idea of taking away. Okay. Question: why didn't Mr. Bennet want to talk about a girl's gown? Answer: because he refused. He protested vehemently against talking about clothes and finery. Keep in mind, a gown is a long dress, right? A party dress at that case. And finery, I don't know if I put in our list there. Yes, I did. Beautiful clothes for a special occasion, right? Okay, who didn't suit Mr. Darcy's fancy? One more time, because fancy here is interesting and I would like to review it one more time because of the last video we already did. Who didn't suit Mr. Darcy's fancy? The answer is, of course, Lizzie didn't suit his fancy. And the mom was saying that she was pretty happy, because he's a most disagreeable person, right? Question. According to Mrs. Bennet, Mr. Bennet should have been at the party so that he would have given Mr. Darcy one of his set downs. Would that be good for Mr. Darcy? Answer, of course not, because remember, when you set a person down, you humiliate a person using your acts or your words, right? Let me see if I have... No, I don't have examples, so I'm going to reread the definition. The humbling, set down as a noun now. I explained it to you as a verb, but it's pretty much the same thing. Set down as a noun. The humbling of a person by act or words, especially by disparaging remarks. Remarks that make the person look small. A retort or a reproof. The retort or the reproof, which has also effect. Also put down. You can put a person down. And then we have our modern, turn down for what, right?